What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. I am so sorry to the Dragon Riders, man. It has been a while. I've been putting it off. I haven't been meaning to, man. I wanted to make some videos last night, but I've got excuses is what I've got. We're talking about it today. So shout out to the Dragon Riders. Shout out to the House of the Dragon. Right now, we're doing more or less what I've actually like quite literally exactly what I called in my videos back here. I think it was like this day or this day, I forget. You know, I was a little bit bullish for a bounce here, but then these days had me a little bit worried. And I remember on this day I said, if we close red, I think that that's the final nail in the coffin. And what I said we were going to do, if you want to go back and watch on like the 8th or the 9th, whenever my last like Bitcoin Cash videos were, maybe not the absolute last one, but somewhere within this 3-day period, I know that I said I think that we're going to break out of this ascending channel here, right? We're going to break out of this little formation we got here, and we're not going to, when we break out of it, we're not going to shit out of it. We're going to slowly crawl out of it, move sideways. Is like I remember saying that word for word, crawl out of it sideways, and we've done that now. I think we're at the point we back tested this line that we've held to support. We back tested it as resistance. I think now is the time that we're going to shit the bed. And look at what's going on with the RSI, guys. Very kind of neutral RSI with a bearish tilt downwards. You have lower highs, lower lows. You just rejected the 50 area with today's close, which happens. It hasn't closed yet, but 41 minutes from now we will have that. Volume is picking up today, a red day, right? Not picking up on the green day here. That was actually our bullish engulfing candle here was the lowest volume that we saw out of this like week period here. I guess the second lowest volume. Both the green days, there you go, lowest volume. But you know, I do think we're going to go lower, guys. I think Bitcoin Cash right now is on its way to prices that are sub $200. If we look at this here, what is it? Let me see. It's been a second, man. So what is it? The 382 is at 201. Bitcoin Cash loves to disrespect its 382. It'll hold this area more or less, but seeing prices below it wouldn't really scare me too much. I don't think that we're going to go below this. I don't believe that we're going to go to the 69618 area, though we definitely can. We absolutely can. It is possible, you guys. Bitcoin Cash from here, what would that be? Let's see. I mean, it's possible, man. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen because it is like a top tier crypto. I don't necessarily think it's going to have that big of a drop, though it could. I wonder, because I am expecting a big drop in Bitcoin. I wonder BTC US or BCH BTC. I wonder what this chart looks like. Yeah. I don't think we're going to drop too much more. I think we'll lose more than Bitcoin. Let's see. With that comparison, I think Bitcoin's going to have like a 26% drop within this month from high to low. From top to like a 26% drop. That would be here. That'd be, oh man, wow. Oh wow. Oh goodness gracious, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know, I was gonna say that I think this 200 to 190 area, maybe even 180, is the likely target for Bitcoin Cash. But I gotta be honest, man. If Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin drops 26%, well, a 26% drop for Bitcoin Cash would be right around 190. So if Bitcoin drops 26% and the BCH BTC chart looks like this, I mean, you're near your low, you're near your bottom, but I do think you're going to go lower. That would just to me imply, and this is on a weekly period, that would imply, like, it wouldn't be crazy. It really would not be crazy to go to your 61869 area here before you bottom out. And if that happens in the next 2 weeks while Bitcoin is dropping, Bitcoin Cash is going to drop more. We could see prices, man. We could see prices that are all the way down near these lows, if not potentially even lower than these lows. This is the first time in a while that I've actually thrown in the idea that we could go lower than this low here. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Be prepared, you guys. Don't be scared. Be prepared. The weekly RSI looks very bullish, very constructive. But can we go down and still hold this bullish structure? Absolutely. Higher lows, right? That we could go down a lot and still hold this bullish structure. That would take us right around this like 45, 50 area as well, which Bitcoin Cash loves to bounce around. Maybe if we're looking at it like this, if we break out of that, that's not necessarily a good thing, man. We could turn around from here on a price basis, but I don't think so, man. I think really what's going on is we just broke out of this channel. We're about to see the bearish repercussions that come with that. And if Bitcoin drops and the rest of the markets drop, the average altcoin, the expected drop in November from the November high to where it's going to drop is 34%. And let's see, that would be the high. A 34% drop would take us not lower than this low. So that's nice. Okay, that's nice. You know, Bitcoin Cash, maybe it shits the bed first, giving that BCH BTC pair kind of that move down that I'm talking about, but maybe it bottoms first. Bitcoin Cash kind of has been doing that. It's been topping off, it's been bottoming off before Bitcoin has. So you know, let's look at that right now. August 17th is whenever Bitcoin Cash dropped, BTC USD. Bitcoin didn't drop until September 11th, so like a whole month after that, right? Bitcoin topped off, I mean, literally right here on November 9th. BCH USD topped off on October 24th. So it definitely tops off and bottoms out below. It's been doing that at least. You know, even here, this high was before Bitcoin's high. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we do find the low beforehand. So I would think if Bitcoin's starting to drop, what this means in my head is that Bitcoin Cash is going to drop harder and faster, but it's also going to be done with this drop before Bitcoin is. So there will be a point where Bitcoin continues to drop and Bitcoin Cash is already bouncing. But unfortunately, I'm starting to think, guys, let's see. I'm starting to think we go below that low there. I don't know. I'm not quite convinced that we'll go below this low, but it is possible. Be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared that we could go below that. But somewhere, I think somewhere within this range is the most likely outcome to see. If we take this low to this high here, that's at your 786 to 886. That is a deep retracement. Bitcoin Cash normally likes its 618, 69 area, which is why I was thinking that 200 to 190 area was the more likely. And it is still possible. But I would kind of say, I would kind of lean toward the 786, 886 area, honestly. It's kind of what my impression is at the moment. But we'll see. With that being said, you know, maybe Bitcoin drops a little bit tomorrow or over the next week, but Bitcoin Cash drops a lot more. It gives us that disparity in the BCH BTC pair. I know I keep hopping between charts here, enough to get to that 618, 69 area. And then we start turning up while Bitcoin's going down and the rest of the markets are turning down too. I wonder. Hold on, let me see. Let me just give this a little bit of a better look. Look at that, man. I mean, you put a low right here on your closing low. It's right smack dab in the middle of that. So that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot. How much is that from here? It's a little bit more than that, actually. That in itself is a 20% drop from Bitcoin. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to keep it with that. Be prepared. Don't be scared. If Bitcoin Cash was to drop to new lows, not new lows for the cycle, but new lows for like this area here. If we were to go below 170 or 164, it's just an opportunity to buy at a lot lower prices, you know. If I had to give it a likelihood, I would say that I don't think it's likely that we'll go below there. I do think it's likely that we will go below this low closing weekly period here, which would be at 188. I do think we're going to go below there. Anything's possible. Anything can happen. We are finding resistance at this purple line. Looks like we tried to pass it twice now and we just haven't, so we're going to recollect ourselves and then get ready to move up. All in all, man, Bitcoin Cash really does. It really does like its 618, 69 area. And this was the original area I was calling for, you know, for a while there. It could go there. It absolutely could go down. You know, what else is coming in line with that is this previous area of resistance on a closing period here, right down there at around 140, 135 to 145, you guys, 135 to 150. It's very much still at play. It's more at play now than it's been throughout this like whole time for sure. So, or I guess maybe it's just as much at play as it's been. I don't know. If it's gonna happen regardless, I guess it's just as much as it was just as much at play here as it was here. I'm messing up my words, but I hope you know what I'm trying to say. With that, with the stumbling, the fumbling of my words, I think that might be a good time to get off. I would think the daily wants to see its oversold zone, man. You did bounce off this area that you've bounced before. Nice bounce for sure, but you're not. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. If we get below this purple line, I think it's on to the downside for sure. I already think it's on to the downside, but really, let's see here. I think that's a fine. Maybe this area. Maybe if we close below 230. Closing the day below 230 either today in the next 33 minutes or tomorrow. I think that'd be the final nail in the coffin to say that we are going below 200 and likely even below 190, likely even below 180. But that's all I got. I'm going to stop repeating myself. So if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, man. The likes I really appreciate them. It helps out get my content, helps getting my content out to people. Even if I can't speak properly, it helps. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, and remember, be prepared. Be prepared. Adios.